From the 1011 Now Alert Center, this is Morning Pulse.
Hello and good morning. Oh, hold up. There we go. Got the mic up there. Hello and good morning. This is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Monday, March 23rd. You already saw it here just 2 seconds ago. I think we're all recovering from that super exciting weekend that we just had here with Husker Nation, as well as their future opponent for the Sweet 16 from last night. That being said, before we get into our stories, question of the day for you is experts say this is a product that often isn't better all natural because it's more likely to cause an allergic reaction. What is it? The answer is deodorant. I myself put soap. People on our morning show from Megan and Ryan Tillich put sunscreen. So certainly an interesting one this morning, but we'll get after it again tomorrow. Nobody got it right this morning. But anyways, if you want to participate in our question of the day, be sure to head over to our Telegram Facebook page, put in your guesses, which we read off every morning, as well as the answer on 1011 this morning. Now that being said, let's get into your top 5 stories for you this morning, starting things off. Happening today, U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins and Governor Pillen will be taking an aerial tour of the damage caused by the biggest wildfire in state history. Nebraska's congressional delegation will also join in surveying the Laurel fire. Following the fire round, Rollins will speak with firefighters, emergency responders, and affected ranchers. She will then give a briefing along with the governor and the state's delegation. This is happening at 12:30 today and will be live streaming it on our 1011 Now app on Roku. As of this morning, the Laurel fire is 98% contained. So again, be sure to stick with us, same way you're watching Morning Pulse right now, and be ready for these updates as they come in later today. Second story from over the weekend. Here we go. Your second story from over the weekend here. South Lincoln fire caused $295,000 in damage early Sunday morning when the fire rescue says the fire was near Wildbriar Lane and Coyote Circle. It was reported by someone inside just before 2 a.m. after they smelled smoke. Fire started in the garage but caused damage not only to the house but also to the neighboring home. No one was injured, but 4 people are now being relocated, and the investigation is ongoing into the cause of that fire. The third story for you this morning, and in our crime tracker, a teenager was arrested following a large fight at Mahoney Park on Saturday, according to LPD. Officers were called to the park just after 9 p.m., where about 100 people gathered and say that 18 to 20 people were fighting. As officers arrived, they received tips that a gun may have been fired. They tried talking to 18-year-old Javius Clark, who then ran from police. Police caught the teen and allegedly found a handgun on him with the serial number partially scratched off. The fourth story for you this morning, a fallen Nebraska hero officially comes home over the weekend. Master Sergeant Noah Tegens was killed earlier this month in Iran during Operation Epic Fury. Returned Saturday afternoon was followed by a procession in Omaha. Bob Cephas was one of the people who lined the route near 30th and Sorensen. His goodbye is an emotional one, as he served with Tegens in the 443rd Company out of Elkhorn. Bob remembers the fallen soldier's love for his family, community, and fellow service members. Well, that's not the right video there, folks. I apologize for that. We cut over to our 6th video, so we'll make sure to get you up on that. I'm going to pause that right there. Get you on over to proper video for this one right here. Here we go. Nope. Going through it. This is Monday morning here, folks. Sorry about that, but anyways, you can at least watch the procession right there. We've got the full story on our website, 1011now.com. Many people also said even though they didn't know the Tegens themselves, they want his family to know he is loved and remembered. His funeral is set for March 28th at Bellevue Christian Center, and a visitation will be available the day before at Forest Lawn on Mormon Bridge Road. So again, this has been just one of those ongoing stories, that we've been following for quite some time on this case here. So be sure again to head over to our website to get the full story on that. And we're sorry for the technical difficulties that caused earlier. But let's see here. There we go. Now over to your final story. It's official. With Iowa defeating Florida last night by a basket inside the final seconds of last night's game against Florida, Nebraska will face the Hawkeyes in the Sweet 16. Game time is set for 6:30 p.m. Central on Thursday, and the game will air on both TBS and True TV. This will be the third meeting between the Huskers and the Hawkeyes this season, and with that being said, it was nothing but smiles for the Huskers' return home from OKC. Nebraska men's basketball still dancing in that with all their biggest supporters. After defeating Vanderbilt Saturday night, team flew home Sunday morning, and they landed to a sea of red, and it was just nothing but niceness. The team took time to sign autographs, take photos, and celebrate with Husker Nation out there in full force. Fan favorites like Sam Hoiberg and Braden Frager were all smiles there. And again, after this extended home welcome, the athletes got on the team bus to return to the facility. You can watch our extended coverage, though, from the NCAA men's basketball tournament over at television.com for all of the best game highlights. Quite a sensational game Saturday, and we're looking forward to Thursday as well against Big Ten rival Iowa Hawkeyes. That's going to do it, though, for your morning pulse for this Monday morning, and we'll throw it over to your 7-day forecast before tossing things over to Brian Rector.
Good Monday morning. Meteorologist Brandon Rector with you in the 1011 Severe Weather Center. We have a red flag warning in effect from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time today in part of southern Nebraska and northern Kansas due to critical fire weather conditions. It is going to be in portions of central and western Nebraska this afternoon. We'll have wind gusts out of the southeast at around 25 to 35 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy to cloudy for today. Can't rule out some sprinkles and flurries this morning, then a 20% chance of some isolated rain showers in the eastern third of the area this afternoon and early evening. Clouds will decrease as we go through the night. Temperatures at noon in the low 40s to low 50s. At 4, we're in the low 50s to upper 60s. And at 8 this evening, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. In Lincoln for today, we'll warm up to 53 this afternoon. That is a little below average for this time of the year.
From the 1011 Now Alert Center, this is Morning Pulse.